since you left.
Hi you guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am so excited because I am filming a warehouse tour of my warehouse company called ShipBob. So my fidget and slide business is at a company called ShipBob, which basically means that I can offer same-day shipping and just the most excellent fulfillment ever in the history of my business, period. So today I am sharing with you guys a warehouse tour of ShipBob. I'm actually meeting with the marketing officer, and he's going to give us an official warehouse tour today. And I am just so excited. So it'll be very fun, very informational, and we've been wondering what these facilities look like on the inside and just like some ins and outs of how the whole thing works. Then just stay tuned because it's gonna be such a cool video. All right, you guys, we are in the ShipBob warehouse with Casey. He is the CMO of ShipBob, and we're going to walk around the warehouse today and just get a little personalized tour.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for having us.
So as you can see here, we're heading over to the inbound section. This is where we receive all the goods from, the hundreds of customers that we have in this facility. So as you can see, this is the inbound section that we just talked about. We were here yesterday, obviously, and this was completely clear. So by noon local time every single day, our job is to make sure the inbound section, which is where we receive all the inbound goods across all of our customers, is completely clear and it's stowed, and that way we're ready to get shipping. So our goal is really to receive all goods within less than 24 hours. And that way, of course, our customers can ship to their customers. And again, this is another area. As you can see, we've got quite a few inbound doors where we'll receive all the goods. And especially for smaller parcels, we receive them through here and we'll check everything. So they'll go through multiple checks and balances where we scan the warehouse receiving orders to make sure we know what the items are. We do counts of quantity that's in there. We check within our system to make sure that everything matches. There are multiple scans that are happening, which are then talking to the ShipBob Warehouse Management System, or WMS, which is then talking to each individual merchant's application, just to double check to make sure, again, everything aligns. If anything does not match, it goes into a different section, which is a URO, or unidentified receiving order, where we then will manually check and work with the merchant to make sure that we receive the right goods. Or let's say we do a count and it doesn't match what the warehouse receiving order or WRO states, we'll make sure that we're talking immediately with the customer to make sure that everything matches, because maybe they need to talk to their manufacturer to check everything. And so once we check it in, then we take it to where we're going to stow it. As you can see, there are a lot of different aisles here, and then part of our stowing algorithm ensures that our customers, we are co-locating all their inventory together. That way when orders come in, you order the red, the black, and the white of the different items, or the sweatshirt and the shoes, we can receive everything as quickly as possible. But this is an example of one of our cubiscan machines. So one thing we do for every single unique item that comes in across our entire network is it goes, if it's the first time we've received that item, it actually goes through the cubiscan process. And so we run that through multiple times, and that way we can get the true dimensional weight of the good. And so that way we know that feeds into our packing algorithm. And so we know you ordered this one item, what is the perfect box size for this, so it can ship as efficiently as possible, because that helps reduce the cost of the shipping, but also helps make sure that it's going out in as small box as possible, which of course is better for the environment. And then this way also, let's say you order 2, 3, 10 items, then the packing algorithm takes what we receive from cubiscan machine to ensure that it's going into the proper box there as well. And that way also, let's say you're in 5 fulfillment centers across the US and Canada and Europe, no matter which facility you're in, it's always using the same algorithm and packing methods to ensure that it goes into the same package. So we can walk through one of the aisles and check things out. And so just something to call out here, a lot of people ask, well, so you guys have different storage methods. There are pallets, there are bins, and there are shelves. And so as you can see here, the difference between, bins and shelves. Right here, we can show the pallets on a different aisle and share what the dimensions are, so you can kind of understand what are the types of products that fit best in the different types of storage options, and how much inventory you can hold. So as you can see with items like this, depending on how they're shaped, you can still fit a lot of inventory in bins and shelves. But again, it depends on the type of orders that you're selling. Another interesting thing as well that we've seen with some of our customers as they've evolved in their e-commerce journey is thinking through, all right, I'm shipping this widget. What is, how do we deliver the same product to our customer in the same package that is what they want, but we can maybe reduce the size or modify the dimensions of the package, so that way we are more efficient with our storage, which then of course can reduce your storage costs and reduce the footprint that you take within a fulfillment center. And then also thinking through, what does that look like on the outbound order? So when I order your good, how can I make sure that this is packaged? Can I get the dimensional weights, underneath a different rung? And so that can greatly reduce, what it costs for you to ship outbound, so your total fulfillment costs. Because some of the greatest ways to reduce your shipping costs is, one, make sure that your products are closer to the end consumer, which of course is also good for the environment, or it's to reduce the size of the packaging if your product lends itself to that, so that you're reducing the dimensional weight. So again, it's really the distance and the dimensional weight. So there are quite a few different roles within the fulfillment center. Two that you hear very often there are pickers and there are packers. So pickers are people that are going out and picking all the items that were ordered so that we can then get them to the different pack stations, of which we have multiple types of pack stations, to make sure that we're packing them as efficiently and quickly as possible. But that also starts with, how do we pick them as efficiently as possible? So one of the items we have is our cluster picking carts. And so what this does is, as orders come in across all of our merchants within a single facility, then our picking algorithm will then analyze where are all of these orders located, or where are all these items located in the facility. And that way, when I grab this cluster cart, I can then go to a certain section, and maybe it's one customer, maybe it's 15 customers, but it's reducing my the distance that I'm walking throughout the facility, so I can fill all of these orders as quickly as possible and then get them to the pack station. So let's head on out. So this is the batch section of our warehouse, where we have quite a few stations, and this is where very often we'll have customers where we get a lot of the same orders that come in within a very short time period. And so it's how can we get those orders out as quickly as possible. So as you can see here, there's all of these items here that they're all essentially going to be the same order. And so I can't show too much of the batch station because it's one of our hidden gems within the ShipBob network, but this is one of the ways that we can be as efficient as possible and help make sure that we're getting our customers' orders out the door as quickly as possible. So as you've seen around the fulfillment center, we have lots of customers with custom packaging, custom mail inserts. There's a lot of custom rules and integrations that are happening behind the scenes, and that's something that we really focus on over here at ShipBob on behalf of our customers who want to provide this surprise and delight experience for their customers, the end consumers. So as you can see here, this example from Pet Lab, one of the things that we think through is what has 100% open rate, and that's the package that you actually ship out to your consumer. And they're so excited to receive it, so you really want to give them, again, this special experience and differentiate yourself from, just like the standard maybe brown box or poly mailer that a lot of people receive them in. So as you'll see throughout the rest of the tour, there's a lot of different custom boxes and inserts and everything that will go out, so we can check some of that out. You just see so many different merchants and types of orders that go out, and so as we saw earlier, and this we'll see later, just a lot of different custom packaging, but also there are hazardous goods, there are fragile goods, and as you'll see, there are just different requirements that different merchants have. And so as you can see here, this is some of the geometry paper that we use to wrap certain items to ensure that they do not get broken throughout the entire shipping process, because as you know, it might go out through different carriers. It might be traveling across city lines, it might be traveling across state lines, it might be traveling to a completely different country. And so we just want to make sure that every single item that goes out is received by the customer in a great condition.
Hey, quick question. What does peak mean?
Yeah, so peak, that's where we give these shirts out to everybody in the facility during peak season, because that's the busiest time of year. So peak season really starts at Black Friday, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving, and that extends until really the end of the year. I'd say it starts petering off about, a couple days before Christmas. And so our biggest days every single year are always Black Friday and Cyber Monday. What actually blew me away and was exciting to see for this past year, for the first time ever, a new day emerged in the top two, and that was actually the Tuesday after Cyber Monday, which is Giving Tuesday. And so now we're seeing, I think, just like with the zeitgeist and the younger generation and a lot of the giving and thinking about, social impact, we've seen a big influx there, and that reflects the customers of a lot of our customers. But it's always Black Friday, Cyber Monday, now Giving Tuesday. But we see some of our customers will see such an influx of orders, from 35 to maybe 50% of their orders come within that more or less 6-week window. And so peak season is really important for a lot of our customers to plan for, that they have the inventory, and it's something that we think throughout the entire year. And so coming off of peak season in the early parts of January, that's when we see a lot of the returns start coming in, so the fulfillment centers really don't have any time to sleep. Also, we're always adding customers, and so we don't really ever see orders taper off, and it's really towards the end of Q1 that our team already starts planning for the peak season the upcoming year. And so this upcoming peak season, we expect to start shipping out tens of millions of items every month, and so across our entire network. So it's a pretty exciting time.
That's incredible. Yeah. Wow.
So you've seen these two items all around the fulfillment center today. So good old school iPod, not an iPad or iPhone, which are usually attached to your wrist. And so people often ask, so you have the warehouse management system, or WMS, that is controlling everything that happens in the fulfillment center, but how does it actually work, because there's all these people involved? And that's a great question. And so every single human action that takes place within the facility goes through and is dictated by what happens through the WMS, which operates through the iPods. And so, and then whether you are in the receiving process, or stowing, or picking, or packing, or maybe customization or B2B, everything happens through scanning the different items. Maybe it's the barcode, or it's on the pallet, or it's on the warehouse receiving order, that talks directly to, through the iPod, which connects to the WMS. The WMS talks to our customer or merchant-facing application, and that way there's all those checks and balances and making sure that we are, again, receiving, picking, packing, shipping out the right orders every single time. Awesome. So as we saw some custom boxes earlier, you can see another one. Something that we think about a lot is efficiency, and working with our customers and how they can be more efficient, cost effective, and the more efficient that they are and arm us for success, that will just help them save their costs and get the items to their end consumer even faster. And so you can see what's interesting with this box, and if you felt it, it's pretty heavy, is the items are already in the package. And so there's two ways this can happen. One is your manufacturer can actually pack these in advance, and so then when we receive them, we go, okay, this is one black fidget or one white fidget. We can scan it, we just slap the label on, and we can ship it out.
Wow.
Another is you can do pre-kitting or these kitting projects in advance where we go, okay, you know you're going to get a bunch of orders again for that white widget, that black widget, that red widget, and so we can create these all in advance. And so when you know you're going to have your huge drop because you're doing a big influencer push, or you're going to be on Good Morning America, or for some other reason you're going to have a big drop, this way we can get them out even faster than usual. So the common theme that we've heard today is customization again. 100% open rate from your customers, more than email, SMS, anything else. So you want to, surprise and delight your customers. So as you can see here, we've pre-made a bunch of custom boxes. As you can see in the background, we have this huge kitting request for thousands of orders where we have this customer, smaller catalog, so a lot of the same items are going out. And the way that we receive these goods is we receive the items where we need to assemble them. And so we receive the lotion, we receive the pump, we receive the container. We need to assemble all of those, and then they fit perfectly within the custom box we have. And so that way, those are 4 different items and steps. We can put it in there, we can close the box, tape it up, we can then stow it. Then when the orders come in, you get 1 order in a day, you get 1,000 orders in a day. It's easy just putting on the label, we can ship it on out. We've talked a lot about customization, but there's also the standard packaging. Something that we really want to allow is our customers to get started as quickly as possible. And we don't expect them to be the supply chain or logistics or boxing experts. That's our job. And so as we saw earlier, how we cubiscan the items, it goes through our boxing algorithm to figure out which packaging or which box that it should use. And so that's where this comes into play. And so as you can see, we've got our standard packaging, which we can always share. You can see all the different sizes. But again, that's not your job to figure out. That's our job. So as you can see here, we got the 15 by 13 by 10, we've got the 13 by 10 by 8. And so we have those at all of the stations so we can pick them and pack them as quickly as possible. And again, optimize the package so that it ships with the lowest dimensional weight, which will help save you money. And also, again, it's good for the environment. So just things that we focus on is making sure that we've got the right standard packaging, which is we don't charge for as well. And that way, customers can get up and running as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So while ShipBob started really focusing on that direct-to-consumer fulfillment, what we saw very quickly over the years is brands wanted everything under one roof. So they wanted all of their direct-to-consumer, and they wanted all their B2B orders under the same company, such as ShipBob, just like they wanted all of their US-based and global orders, under one roof, such as ShipBob. And so, as you can see in the background, we've got a big order here that's going out. You can see a bunch of the other big B2B orders. And so this way we can ship in bulk to the different retailers. And so, that could be Nordstrom, that could be Amazon, that could be Walmart, that could be Neiman Marcus, it could be Ulta, it could be Sephora, it could be whoever your partner is. And so we do retail distribution, and then we also do retail drop shipping. And so let's say you order from Target, we can ship in bulk to Target. Let's say you order from Target.com, we can fulfill those orders as well. And so we can ship not just in bulk, but also the eaches through the Target.com. So what happens at the end? We hand it off to the carriers. And so as you can see here, we've got quite a few dock doors that are for all of our outbound shipments. We work with all the major global and regional carriers. Here you can see FedEx, UPS, OnTrack, DHL. In all of our facilities, we work with specific regional carriers to help with cost, with performance, with shipping speed, and also work with all the major.
If you guys are interested in signing up for ShipBob and you have been wanting to find a fulfillment company for your small business, I will have a link down below where you can sign up for ShipBob and just more details and all of that. Link down below. With them since I believe I officially moved in like January 26th with ShipBob. I'm filming this on July 8th, so it's been such an amazing ride, an amazing experience. I couldn't recommend them enough.
Like that.